Hello, this is Mindy Kerr from Mindy's Creative Corner. Today we are going to make a card using masking and reverse masking. It's a pretty easy technique. This is purely flat. This is just one sheet of cardstock. And yet it looks like it has dimension. So let's get started. I started out with two 4" by 5 1/4" pieces of basic white cardstock. You can use whichever colors you want. And I die cut the center using the perennial postage dies. Again, you can use whichever dies you want. First thing we will do is put a piece of tear and tape on the back of our small die cut, about 2 inches, because we want it to stay in place. And make sure you get the back. Then peel off the back. And then touch it a lot. You want to get a lot of the sticky off. If you have a double-sided removable tape, that would probably work too. There, it's not making my hand lift the paper anymore, so we will use that. And we will position it on, well, we'll do this part first. We should leave the tape side up. We will just, okay, we will be using Shy Shamrock for the inside because it's the lighter color, and we'll use the larger brush because it makes, I don't know, it goes on more lightly. So make sure and start off where you want. Okay, here we go. And then we will use our small one to cover up our layer. Make sure and cover up all of the colored portion. So I guess we will use a small one for our shaded spruce. And start off on your center piece so you get a really dark and start again in the center. Bring in my scratch paper. That way I can go off the edges. Okay, good. Now, while our center piece is still on, we are going to stamp around the edges. And I'm using the Lovely and Sweet stamp set. And we're going to kind of do these on the corners. And technically it doesn't matter if it goes over the edge, because whatever goes on our center piece will not show up. Oops, I forgot to tell you, press harder where it overlaps the thing, the center piece of cardstock. As you can tell, I just like moving my cardstock as opposed to and then we will stamp some images in the blank spots. And if we want to do some from the center, we can do that. Okay, there we go. Now we will take this off. And it comes off really easily since we touched it so much. Then we will again use Shaded Spruce. And, oops. Pressed too hard, got ink, so I'm just going to clean it off and start over. Still got a little ink. And I'll just take the corner of my chamois and wipe it off. There we go. And we will just stamp in the middle here. There we go. So let's add a card base and line up our edges. Get our bone folder. We're going to use Shy Shamrock, and we'll just glue our card front on. And make sure it's upright. And just center it. And we will go ahead and do the same for our original card. Okay, so here's our two cards, the one we just did and the one I did earlier. As you can tell, I did more ink around the outsides on that one. So have fun using this technique for making cards. Thanks for watching. Remember to sign up for my newsletter and you will get a project in your inbox every week. Thanks for watching. Bye.